The leader of the opposition challenges the United National Party to express its stance on the 20th Amendment, which will include changes to the electoral system. Nimal Siripalati Silva made this statement in a communique issued today.
The opposition leader emphasizes that the Sri Lanka Freedom Party and the opposition gave its fullest support to the passing of the 19th Amendment to the Constitution on the assurance that the government gave on working towards passing the 20th Amendment to the Constitution. In his statement, Nimal Siripalati Silva questions, in such a situation, is it not ethical to hold an election despite the fact that the United National Party has violated its promises made to the people of this country as well as the opposition by not passing the 20th Amendment to the Constitution. Nimal Siripalati Silva goes on to say that the United National Party, being opposed to this, put President Maithripala Sirisena in a predicament. The delay of the 20th Amendment to the Constitution has come under much scrutiny on the political stage as well.
They say that they are to bring in something called the 20th Amendment, but I myself does not know what this 20th Amendment is. Just day before yesterday I asked what is in this. Even ministers in the government don't know what is in it. They don't even know who made it. All they know is that they were in a committee and that he is the chairman of that committee. An electoral system was prepared together with members of parliament with the proposals of the public, and it clearly states in that not one more than a majority of 225 is needed for this. Now who made an electoral system that says that 30 votes are greater than 225 votes to get it passed? Parliament? No. It wasn't done by consulting us either. Who made this? They have been saying that this will be brought for the past 2 months now, but there still isn't even a substantive bill for this. Some are afraid of this. When people are told about the 20th Amendment, they start dangling like a rat snake bathed in kerosene oil. If this amendment is passed, these people would not be able to obtain men members into parliament. There is no need to be afraid this way. This is a fair electoral system. So we say to these political parties to just support this electoral system in parliament without being afraid. Now at a time when we are trying to bring in the 20th Amendment, those in the SLFP who are against it are pulling us by the leg. At the same time, they are bringing in a no-confidence motion against the Prime Minister. We said that the 19th Amendment was important, but the 20th is even more important. The UNP is not in favour of bringing in the 20th. So we said not to allow the UNP to run away, because if the 19th and 20th Amendments are not brought in together, what will happen is that once the 19th Amendment is passed, they will not come back to help with the 20th Amendment. Now what has happened? The UNP is saying that the 20th Amendment cannot be passed now because of the elections. Now what we said is happening. We tell His Excellency the President, please do not dissolve Parliament. Bring in the 20th Amendment.
A committee of 5 members of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party were appointed to prepare a proposal on the reforms to the electoral system which will be included in the 20th Amendment to the Constitution. It was mainly proposed that the preferential system be abolished. It was also proposed that at least one member of parliament be elected to each electorate. One of the proposals that was also included is to not take into account the votes of the entire district, but to only take into consideration the votes of the electorate.
The biggest advantage parties will have when the preferential system is abolished is there will be more unity within the party. When you contest under the preferential system, your main rival becomes another member from the same party. It was things like that that resulted in the lives of people like Bharata Lakshman Premachandra having to pay the price. The second most important is, when we go for an interview, the main question that is asked is whether you have money. So this preferential system is something that is merely based on money. Currently there are 225 MPs, and as far as I can remember, it has been proposed that this number be increased up to 255. Honestly, people are not against MPs. People are against the number of ministers increasing. So I believe that this proposed 20th Amendment should be passed by all of us, devoid of any party difference, together.